man, is the movie I'm going to be talking about tonight? Well, the one I'm going to be talking about tonight was sent to me by the director himself, Eric Wofford. And that one is the one, the only 2021 horror comedy, Bigfoot's Pride. Now, as usual, I'll have the better look of the cover on screen. My lighting really sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. But I'll have a better look of it on screen. Now, before I get into the review, what is Bigfoot's Pride about? Well, it's about deep in the lush forests of North America, Bigfoot goes about his daily business of survival, killing hunters, foraging for food, and building shelter until he discovers a group of campers and finds himself in love with the beautiful Jody. Now, the body count begins as Bigfoot claims his bride and destroys anyone who gets in his way. Ooh. I'm a huge, huge fan of like Bigfoot movies, either be it the horror movie kind or the family movie kind. I'm a really big fan of Bigfoot movies, so I was really excited about this one when Eric messaged me on Facebook. So I was highly anticipating it, and it was ended up being distributed by Wild Eye, and I'm a huge fan of the stuff that Wild Eye puts out. Only bad thing about Wild Eye, from my point of view, is their covers are really misleading. Usually the stuff on them looks much better on the cover than it does in the movie. This isn't the filmmaker's fault. It's their fault for making it look better. Swamp Head, for example, the head on the cover looks much cooler than the head on the movie. And with this, this cover makes it look more like a traditional Bigfoot. The movie, he's not a very traditional looking Bigfoot. So I'm going to go into what I thought about the movie. Overall, I did enjoy it. I did have a few problems with it, but I did enjoy it. So let me talk about what I did enjoy. The one thing, like I was talking about, is the Bigfoot does not look like the stereotypical Bigfoot. This one is very different looking. He's wearing a mechanic's jumpsuit or overalls, whatever, mechanic's outfit. He's wearing a jacket that has moss on it. He has animal furs around his neck, and his head, there's hardly any hair on it. He kind of looks like a mixture of Jason from Part 7 and an orc from Lord of the Rings. Now I'll have the pictures up earlier, so you'll see what I'm talking about. Some people might not like the way he looks. Personally, I liked it because it was different. In fact, in my head I was going, well, maybe this isn't Bigfoot. Maybe this is some mechanic that got disfigured somehow, and he was shunned by society, so he went into the woods and lived like Bigfoot, eventually going crazy and thinking he is Bigfoot. Now, I'll say straight up, that's not what happens in this movie. That's the spoiler I'm going to give. That's not what happens. That was something I made up in my head. He's Bigfoot in the movie. Bigfoot likes to dress up in a mechanic's outfit, and you find out his name on the thing is Fred. So our Bigfoot is called Fred. Now, there is a mid-credit scene where you find out something, or you see something interesting about Bigfoot, something interesting he does. I don't want to spoil it, so make sure you watch the mid-credits. Until you watch the entire credits, but it's in the middle of the credits. If Marvel has taught us anything, is that we should stick around till the end of the credits, just to be sure. But I enjoyed the way the Bigfoot looked. I think the face itself is the best looking thing about it. He looks really, the makeup and all that, or the mask makeup, looks really cool. The hands and the feet are traditional, like gorilla kind of mask. They look like the traditional, like you'd see somebody wearing a gorilla outfit. But the mask or the face is really, really well done. I have to give them huge props to that. It was really, really cool looking. Now, as for the kills, at one point in the movie, I was like, there's 2 kills at the beginning of the movie. They're fairly off-screen, or they're quickly done. There's one point I was like, it's 25 minutes in this movie. We're not really getting any more kills. He's just following this woman around that he's in love with, which, that's the name of the movie. But I figured there would be a lot more kills. And then I looked at the time on my DVD or my Blu-ray remote, and it was 42 minutes in the movie. And I was blown away that the movie was moving that fast. So I gotta give him Eric huge props. This movie moved at a ridiculously fast pace. Really well done. But around the 42-minute mark, we finally get some more kills. Now, there's good and bad when it comes to kills. The practical effects for the kills are actually well done. There's a disembowelment. There's a tongue that gets ripped off. There's some other kind of bloody bullet hits. The bad news, or the things I didn't like, is there is quite a bit of digital animated blood, and it doesn't look good. Knowing this is a very low budget movie, I'm going to be forgiving a little bit about the way it looked, but I felt in some areas it was unnecessary. I think the scene would have worked perfectly fine without the digital gore. There's one scene where I can really see why it was necessary, because they probably didn't have the time and budget to do a special effect. It involves someone getting killed with an axe. That's the most CGI blood you see in the movie, or digital blood, whatever. Um, but there are other areas I felt like, damn, we really didn't need the the animated blood right here. But the practical stuff does look good. I'll give huge props for that. The disembowelment in particular, outside of the digital gore, looked really good. As for the actors, um, no one really stood out, good or bad, which is a good thing because no one was horrendously bad. No one really made a huge impact on me, but except for the Bigfoot, Fred. He was awesome. By the way, I didn't mention he actually speaks throughout this movie. Not like coherent, monologues or anything, but he does speak. But the acting wasn't good or bad. It was in the middle. But with a movie like this, that's actually, in my opinion, a good thing, because most of it, when you're not working with really professional actors, it can get really, really bad. But everybody did a fairly decent job, so I can't really complain. The music, I fucking love the music. Actually, my favorite thing about this movie, besides Fred, is the music. In particular, the end credits song, Bigfoot's Bride. That song was so damn catchy. I loved it. I can still hear it in my head. So really well done there. I thought, the music and the song really, that did have an impact on me, and I will remember that. Excuse me. And overall, the movie actually looked pretty good. IMDb said the budget was around $4,000. I don't know if that's true or not. But it looked fairly good. The movie was very well shot. The score was good. The acting was decent. The practical gore was good, and I really liked the way the Bigfoot. Why did I say Sasquatch? Bigfoot looked. Honestly, my only really problem is I wish there was a little bit more kills in the first 40 minutes, and I wasn't a fan of the digital blood. And that's about it. Overall, I actually enjoyed this quite a bit. It's not perfect, but you can tell that Eric made this with a lot of passion, and there is so much low budget charm to this that I'm hoping Eric continues filmmaking. On IMDb, it says he's worked as a location manager on the Hunger Games movies. He's had little bit uncredited roles in Captain America Civil War and Ant-Man. So I hope he continues filmmaking. Regardless what I say at all, I really hope he continues to continue filming, because I will be really interested in seeing his next movie. And I can tell he's someone that's going to get better and better and better as he goes on. So I really hope he sticks to filmmaking. So, because overall, do I recommend this one? Now, the thing about this one is, this movie is available on Tubi. So if you don't know what Tubi is, then everybody should know by now what it is. It's a free streaming channel, and it has a shit ton of low-budget movies on there. And there's a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff on there, and there's a lot of stuff like this on there. And this is a perfect way to watch this movie. And I actually recommend watching that way. And if you like the movie, you can buy it, a physical copy. It's available at Walmart, Amazon, a whole bunch of other places. But I definitely recommend giving this a shot on Tubi first. Just, be sure. And I'm sure if you're a hardcore fan of physical media, you will pick it up if you really like it. So overall, I do recommend it, especially if you watch it on Tubi. As for special features, there's only trailers and scene selections, so there's not really extras. But Eric did send me some stuff. There's a pen. Shit, I'm gonna have to maybe get a different picture of that. I'll put that on screen. He sent me several stickers. I'll put a better looking picture of that on screen. Yeah. There's two kinds of stickers. This is more the glossy. I'm gonna be putting these up, so my collection. And he sent me two for a different movie I think he's working on called You Know Where It Takes You. As usual, I'll have different look on I'll have the better look on screen. I really appreciate Eric for sending me these. I do collect stickers, and I do put them. Um, I'm pointing to something you can't see, but I'll put a picture up of the sticker on it. But I do collect stickers, so thank you, and thank you, Eric, for sending this movie for me to review. I had a fun time with it, and regardless if I didn't like it, I still would have been appreciate the fact that you tried to entertain me for 78 minutes, and thankfully you did entertain me for 78 minutes, and I thank you so much. If you're a fan of Killer Bigfoot movies, I do recommend watching this, giving this a shot. I'm sure that like me, I'll watch any Killer Bigfoot movie. I'll watch any Bigfoot movie, but Killer Bigfoot movies, definitely watching those. That's going to be it for now. I'll have more reviews in the work. I got more SOV horror stuff coming up. And comment down below. What is your favorite Sasquatch movie? Horror or family or whatever. What's your favorite Bigfoot Sasquatch movie? Just let me know down below. If you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little bell so you can make sure you get notifications from me, and comment that stuff down below. But that's it for now. I'm Jonathan Knight. Thanks for watching.